All right, so for this exercise, we're going to refresh on using technology to solve equations. And more specifically, we're going to use Desmos and to solve these radical expressions. And I know we could do it by hand, but it's a good time for us to review, I guess, the process of solving by graphing. Now, here in the first problem, I'm given the square root of 4b is equal to 2. Now, using Desmos, we'd have to solve by graphing. So what you're trying to remember is that you have two functions. I have a function that y equals the square root of b, and I have the function y equals 2. And to solve by graphing, I'm looking for the intersection of the two curves. So I could type in y equals the square root. I'm going to use x instead of b. And then I have y equals 2. And I'm looking here for the point of intersection. And so my answer is going to be the input, the x value here. So my answer is 1. So b equals 1. Done. All right, so we solve it via graphing. All right, let's go to number 3. So similar in terms of the process, but I have a different expression. So x equals the square root of 56 plus x. I'm going to create two expressions. So y equals the left side, y equals x, and y equals the right-hand side. So y equals the square root of 56 plus x. And I'm going to graph both of those functions. So y equals x, and y equals the square root of 56 plus x. And you might have to change your zoom window so that way you can see where they cross. And some of these might have more than one answer. Now I'm looking, this is only going to have one answer, and the answer is going to be that point of intersection there, which is when x equals 8. All right, last example here. So this time we have a more complicated one. If I was doing this one by hand, it would require me to square both sides and FOIL out the right-hand side. And using Desmos is a good way to check your answer if needed. So I'd say y equals the square root of 9x minus 2. So y equals the left side and y equals the right-hand side. Negative 2 minus the square root of 2x plus 3. And I'm going to look for their points of intersections. So y equals the square root of 9x minus 2. And y equals negative 2 minus the square root of 2x plus 3. And I come here and I look. Now I'm looking for points of intersection here, and I'm looking, and they do not cross anywhere. So there's no points of intersection, so this would actually be no solution.